some polling units. We had issues about ballot box snatching, beavers malfunction, hijacking of election materials, voter intimidation, and the rest of them. These were issues the party agents brought, to fore this afternoon during the collation exercise. So far, of course, things are going well, and then of course more election results have been expected from across the state. Let me also remind you that out of the 23 local government areas, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes the exercise should reconvene. We have here international election observers, we have here some party agents, and we have journalists who have been waiting patiently for the exercise to, of course, continue.
5 more local government areas to go, Abimbola, and you mentioned that election held in one of them today. What's the expectation as to whether the results from at least 4 of these 5 are at the collation center already? What are you hearing? Are those of INEC officials from these other local government areas around as the collation reconvenes at 4?
Well, if I can hear you clearly, we have, of course, party representatives here. We have international election observers here. We also have journalists who are waiting patiently for the exercise to convene. Don't forget, I told you earlier that this exercise kicked off at about 11 a.m. as against the 10 a.m. that was earlier scheduled by the INEC, and hopefully the exercise will reconvene at 4 p.m. Nifemi.
Watching that development very closely, we'll be back to you, with you, Abimbola, when collation resumes at 4. Hopefully, Abimbola will be live for us at the State Collation Center in Rivers State. Rivers is another very interesting place to watch. They call it one of the battlegrounds for this state election. The reports from there has been quite exciting. We're looking at violent expressions. Our correspondent there also talked about a situation of vote buying that became very rampant in that part of the country. What do you make of the developments in Rivers State?
There are so many mighty elephants in the race. Some who are not in the race are backed by bigger elephants. And of course, the former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, I think since yesterday, I've been hearing quite a lot from him, lamenting and complaining about the process and revealing so many things that one would wonder where all this is actually coming from. So it is. So we are looking forward to when people will feel that, okay, election shouldn't be a do or die. I fear. Even if I lose, or even if my preferred candidate lose as a godfather, in quote now, well, I should still be able to gain the goodwill of people if I've done well, because as long as it's the wish of the people. So if other governors or so-called godfathers can also toe that part, maybe it would send a signal that to especially their followers that they shouldn't introduce violence into the electoral process.
All right, so collation of results, I believe, has resumed both in Rivers and Adamawa State. Adamawa is another quite interesting state where the former
45700, rejected vote 698, rejected vote 698, total vote cast 46398, total vote cast 46398. Thank you.
Do you have cancellations?
Yes.
Okay. How many votes?
It involved 3 votes and involved 3 units.
3 polling units?
Yes.
You have the report?
Yes.
So can you present that? Tell us the total number of registered voters and the PVCs collected.
The vote involved Danaba, Komawan, and Nibango. In Danaba, it involved what is it? Total. The whole 3. Yes. The total is 1837. 1837. Total CDC collected 1793.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So can you submit?
All right.
Kankana. Araji.
148, sorry. 148. ADC 148. ADP 7. APP 13. APP 13. LP 36. LP 36. NNPP 18. NNPP 18. NRM 69. NRM 69. PDP 19866. PDP 19866. PRP 36. PRP 36. SDP 59. SDP 59. YPP 14. YPP 14. ZLP 5. ZLP 5. Total valid votes 40146. 40146. Rejected votes 9058. 41058. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cancellations?
Yes, there is cancellation
In how many wards
from 2 wards.
and polling units?
2 polling unit from Dua and 1 from Garkida.
Okay. Give us the total number of voters for all the cancelled units.
Total registered voters. SDP 1136. SDP 1136. YPP 8. YPP 8. ZLP 3. ZLP 3. Total valid votes 28757. Total valid votes 28757. Rejected votes 231. Rejected votes 231. Total votes cast 28988. Total votes cast 28988.
Sorry, there is discrepancy. Can you go? Yeah.
NRM
Yeah.
15.
Go on. Go.
NRM 15.
Go ahead. Continue. You repeat that, please.
Okay,
From that.
okay. PDP 14867. PDP 14867. PRP 15. PRP 15. SDP 1136. SDP 1136. YPP 8. YPP 8. ZLP 3. ZLP 3. Total valid votes 28757. Total valid votes 28757. Rejected votes 231.
Sorry, there seems to be discrepancy between your valid votes and total votes cast. Total votes cast. Your total valid votes
is 28757.
yeah, 748 or 7.
Is 28757.
There's a mistake there, please. Maybe you need to check.
Okay.
So maybe you need to do your calculation again, because from our calculation it's lower.
It's lower.
28748. Total valid vote that we have is 28748.
Okay.
Maybe you need to.
Okay. I'll cross-check. But your officer cross-checked the result.
So can you repeat, because we are tallying here and we get a wrong
That's
tally.
it. Okay, I should start afresh.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So please, can we just be silent and listen? So,
Number of registered voters, 66379. Number of registered voters, 66379. Number of registered voters.
aggregated.
Number of aggregated voters, 29839. 29839. AA 8. ADC 24. ADC 24. ADP 53. ADP 53. APC 12589. APC 12589. ABGA 10. ABGA
So
10.
So you said one earlier.
APM.
So sorry. So your Shalam, please listen. So tell us your total valid votes.
Total valid votes 28757.
And your total
Rejected
votes.
votes 231. 231. The total votes cast 28988. 28988.
It's okay now. Thank you. So any cancellation?
Yeah, there are cases of cancellation in 3 polling units.
3 polling units.
Polling units at different wards.
How many votes?
3 wards.
3 votes.
Bakta, okay, the total. Total number of registered voters for that cancelled vote, 1831. Total number of PVC collected, 1777.
Sorry, repeat the first
Yeah.
one.
Total number of registered voters, 1831. 1831. Then the total number of PVCs collected, 1777. 1777.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You can
Okay. Okay. Okay.
allow him to check.
Who is? Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
What of the are they all the same? Or different information? You can take that one, sir. I'll take it, sir.
Most of them are represented here. Yeah. Before he submits, party agents, do you have any observation or comment? If there is any, speak up.
Observation is that they are talking too fast, and sometimes we don't even get clearly.
So, coalition officers, take note, please. Thank you.
Karba wanga kabi babu ko ne atol atol. That's how much. I want to handle the P. That's how we
Giri, are you around? CEO for Giri? If Giri is not around, we'll take the next one. If Giri is not around, we'll take Ganye. Is Giri around? Okay, Ganye. Introduce yourselves and make your presentation.
Presents the results as collected. Ganye has 10 RS, and the total number of registered voters is 100,675. 100,675. Number of accredited voters 40887. 40887. Then the votes received by each of the parties as follows: AA 10, AA 10, 10, ADC 80, ADC 80, ADP 92, ADP 92, APC 21605, APC 21605, ABGA 42, ABGA 42, APM 35, APM 35, APP 09, APP 09, LP 22, LP 22, NNPP 26, NNPP 26, NRM 59, NRM 59, PDP 17883, PDP 17883, PRP 76, PRP 76, SDP 69, SDP 69, YPP 26, YPP 26, ZLP 07. Total valid votes 40041. 40041. Total rejected votes 793. 793. Total votes cast 40834. 40834. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
The mic is close to him.
Collation of results is going on around the country, and we just got some live coverage from Adamawa State, where 10 results from 10 local government areas have now come in, and we're awaiting 11 more. Interesting development across the country. We have a governor-elect in this election already. Seyi Makinde is now the governor-elect in Oyo State, becoming only the second governor to have achieved that feat since 1999 and even beyond. Let's get our attention back to the studio where we're monitoring this process from. It's interesting how elections now go in Nigeria. The people go to vote on a day, and then on the second day, the collation begins. But there isn't so much agitation because all of the political parties have agents at the polling units, and they also have their situation reports, so they already have an idea of what the results are. We're just waiting for INEC to officially make the announcement. But what do you make of a situation where there are agitations as to how these results...
Done something this time around to upload the results without hitches this time around. So, but again, despite the fact that INEC seems to have played its role very well and to meet people's expectation, you will still have people that will grumble and people who remain dissatisfied. But I think largely, if there are issues in this election with which people are dissatisfied, it is not about INEC's performance this time around. It could be other variables, you know, like people, the way people act, people snatching ballot, intimidation of voters. You won't blame INEC for that. INEC, to the best of my knowledge, has lived up to the expectation this time around. So I think that INEC deserves some commendation. I
agree that we've seen some improvement, particularly with the delay in the deployment of INEC officials and materials for election. I think they got in quite earlier than they did 3 weeks ago. But what about this collation process? Does it appeal to you that we have to wait for long? We spoke with Abimbola. I think it was, it wasn't Abimbola, I think it was some of our correspondents across the country who was talking about the possibility of why there is delay in collation. They are still waiting for some local government areas to come into the state collation process. How do you think we can speed up this process in future exercises?
Yes, the expectations of Nigerians when INEC said they have introduced us that would pick a hole in that process as well, and of course make an issue out of it.
It will also be very difficult to use the IREV for collation, because what really happens on IREV is they snap the result paper itself and upload it as a photo.
Yes.
So it's not a tabulated figure that will be easy to collate at the collation center.
Even on our Android phones, these Android phones, I can just snap this paper of yours and extract
the figures,
the words, the alphabet, and everything.
That is if it is legible enough, because we've also seen some figures that,
yes, I agree,
that have been manipulated.
So I think INEC is trying to play safe. I think the essence of the electronic transmission now is a fallback mechanism for INEC. That okay, if they bring in hard copy results and you are disputing what has been brought in, probably we can now compare with the e-copy that was snapped in your presence, of course, maybe as an agent now at your polling unit. And that was why some of us were surprised when during the presidential election there were issues of
we were told that our party agents who worked at the various local governments were denied entry into the premises. And the results have been presented. I don't have a hard copy of my own. I don't know whether my agent is here. So I want to plead on behalf of all of us, because we need to collect our copies from our agents. After they present, they can leave. But please let them come in and then give us our copies, so that as the results are being presented, we are looking at what they have given us.
Excuse me, please. The normal tradition, if you are coming here, you are Barrister Pam. Good. It's a traditional name. When you are bringing a masquerade to the open to dance, if you don't tie his clothes very well, when he dances, the mask will dance naked. By now you should have put your acts together. Let me give this as an advice, so that we don't bring issues that will delay us here. Any party that is coming here must have all the things that he needs to come here with. Please. And that is the standing law. Thank you very much. Next one. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, please.
With respect to the House, some of these results, the returning officers came with these results without agents. Okay, thank you. Some of these, the returning officers came in without agents. And as they come in, we are in before the arrival of most of the returning officers. Our agents do not join the same vehicle with them coming here. And it's expected that while the returning officer is reading the figures, we are equally going through what they have for us. Now that they have been denied bringing in, whatever he gives, we just take it blindly. And I think in a collation center, it doesn't go like that. Thank you.
Are you speaking collectively as a body? Which means that you want us to wait until this aspect of accreditation of those people, not just what I'm saying. All those people, you have not liaised with them. Yes.
Our agents come here, but they deny them entry. So what we are saying is, as they come here, the security men should allow them to come and give us our copy.
It would seem that party agents in Plateau State have some concerns about how this process will proceed, and particularly you hear the returning officer there having to address some issues. But let's turn it over to Bauchi State, where collation is also ongoing.
147,995, with accredited voters at 47800. The parties scored the following votes: AA 00, AAC 02, ADC 32, ADP 103, APC 22565, APM 60, APP 06, LP, APP 06, LP 09, NNPP 1841, NRM 41.
Please go back to NNPP, please.
NNPP 1841, 1841, NRM 4141, PDP 21558, 21558, PRP 1313, SDP 02, SDP 02, ZLP 04. Total valid votes stood at 46236. 46236. With rejected votes aggregating to 812. 812. And the total vote cast was 47048. There was no 47048. There was no cases of reported cancellation in the local government.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, comments, please? Yes.
I just wanted to know if there is any report from field as regards to Zindio Atarmaswa in Udubo district.
Before our arrival to the local government, we were briefed that there was a small misunderstanding in those two PU, but the security intervened and settled the matter.
Thank you very much. Any other comment, please? Or
the results from their agents are then coming before we proceed to the next person. Yeah, they have 15 minutes to do that. 10 minutes. And security agencies should ensure that those people who are coming to deliver this, after that they should leave, because we don't want people to be more than required. Only one party, one agent per party, please. Those that have
Live pictures there from the collation center in Plateau State. We're monitoring the development closely also in Bauchi. The collation should have resumed in Rivers State, but we're expecting to hear from our correspondent. The last we heard was that the resumption time was 4 p.m. We'll let you know what's happening in that part of the country as well. We already have a governor-elect in Oyo State, and we're counting on a more speedy process to find out more winners before the end of today. Thank you so much, Fumi and Abayomi, for staying the course on the program. Let's talk about how the needed reforms for speedy collation, because it can also be very tiring when you watch the way these things happen. There's some back and forth. If you were at the ICC in Abuja, you know, there are some reaction from party agents that seem to stall the process. What can we begin to introduce for a speedy system in this regard? Let me begin with you.
Well, we have already said that the electronic transmission is a good development, but it's also important that INEC has the physical papers, because issues may come up, and then you need to cross-check it sometimes.
Is it that we don't trust the technology, or we don't trust the people handling the technology?
Yeah, you made a point. Technology is handled by people, and there could be a mistake. There's no perfect human being. And there could be a disruption even in the electronic system that could alter and present results that do not tally with what you have physically. So there is still the need to do that. The only problem I have is that the procedure, for instance, during the presidential election, people had to travel from all over the country to get to Abuja. That takes a lot of time and a lot of risk is involved. So we should be thinking of a better way of how to devise the means of transmitting this thing before it gets down to the physical. I can imagine that there could be some kind of email that is, you know, personalized between a particular coalition officer or whoever is and the INEC chairman, such that it's a temporary thing. It's used for that purpose, and after an election, it ceases to exist. But I'm sure that INEC also is thinking of how to improve on this. Indeed. And that's why I think after every election, they need not go to sleep. They need to sit down, do a review, and see areas in which they need to improve.
The Electoral Commission is possibly also concerned about the transparency and the accountability of the process. If you send an email to someone and then you just come up on TV and say this is the result, there might be issues, because sometimes you will hear them say repeat so number. Are you sure that was the number? But then it just takes so much time. So which one are we going to go for?
The same way you are getting fillers from your correspondent across the country, that can also be adopted by INEC. At the State Collation Center, connect via any of the e-platforms that is virtually now, and say, Oga, give us your report, and everyone is watching. I think one of the reasons why we cannot outrightly remove the human face from this process is because, you see, some of this rec, they took oath, not all of them, not even some of them. There is an oath that they have taken. So if you render or you give an account of some of an election result that is false, of course, by the time they find out that
you can be jailed for it.
You can be jailed for it. So
but there is artificial intelligence now that can mimic your voice and possibly your face. So
well, you now see one of the reasons why we can't just bank on technology alone. Technology must be adopted side by side with physical presentation or presentation of the election results. So the two will be juxtaposed, and if there is any form of what do we call discrepancy here and there, then we can cross-check. But I want to suggest that, of course, the video feed thing can work. Just like she said, instead of traveling, having to travel. And you know what? The traveling is not just for the man that is taking it there. We must be accompanied by security operatives as well.
Indeed.
And so that this result will not be hijacked or probably, just for the safe landing of both the document and the carrier of the document. But if it were to be a video feed, of course, we can do all the confirmation. Confirm to us that you are not doing this under duress. Yes, I'm not doing this under duress. There's no, of course, there should be a video that will show the background, the, everywhere, so that it won't be as if somebody is pointing gun and say, okay, go ahead and say this after me. You understand? So all that can be confirmed so that it will reduce, one, the time of sending in this report, and also the cost of having to transport and even the risk that are associated with travel.
One of the many gains of the new Electoral Act is also the provision to cancel an election if the returning officer is feeling threatened or was under duress to have made such announcement. I think one of those local government results was contested or even postponed for that particular condition. But we see a situation where how do we create a system that cannot be easily manipulated by people? An example you find in Rivers State where during the presidential election, the party agent of a particular opposition party was really throwing tantrums, was angry. The outburst was everywhere. It was, really resisting and questioning the numbers. But then a few days after, he was sitting in a press conference saying that the party is now collapsing its structure to support the same party that he was accusing a few days ago. So it seems we have a huge challenge in our hands that we might have a technology that is working, but then we must now create a structure that will make it, that will make it very difficult to manipulate. Do you agree?
Yes, that's possible, but even the ingenuity of Nigerians, any system can be manipulated.
Honestly.
Any can be manipulated. We can only put in place some kind of devices that we think is foolproof, but it's usually not. That's why you still need to, juxtapose the physical and the electronically transmitted result. And in any case, when litigations arise, you need some candidates' request to examine the ballot papers. So if you don't have it physically, how does INEC defend itself?
Indeed.
So we'll go on improving on this. I'm sure by the time more and more people around there think out of the box and they are helped by technological experts, we will make progress.
What do you make of the mood across the country? As citizens await results from the 28 states that we now elect new governors, and of course the 993 seats of the state houses of assembly across the 36 states. I had spoken to one of our correspondents who complained about voter apathy, the fact that it does seem that people who came out on the 25th, some of them did not return for this election. What's your overview? How do you examine the mood across board?
One, I think the gap created by the extension or the postponement of the election could also account for the voter, apathy that was experienced almost in all the parts of the country during this election. So then, secondly, you see, quite a number of people who had never voted before in their life came out on February 25 to vote, trusting the system, believing that technology will favor them, and then, of course, thinking that as long as they have voted for a particular candidate, that candidate must, win. And when they now found out that it didn't appear as if their candidate would emerge, they went back to their share, because I asked a number of them, I said, why aren't you coming out? And since my candidate did not win. So it simply means that their faith was only resting on a particular candidate, which is for the presidential election. For some of them do not even know who their House of Assembly candidates are. Some of them, yes, of course, they would know their governorship candidates. They are not just interested in other things. They just wanted, because they believe that the decision made by presidents, especially on fiscal and monetary policies that affect everybody, is something that they pay attention to. And they want a president that will take a decision that will positively affect them as young people and as Nigerians. So that's why there's so much attention on the presidential election, and they showed, there's another word for apathy now. They just felt that one is not, I don't care.
But how will you, evaluate the enlightenment of a voter who is only concerned about who the president is?
That's what I was going to say. That
because the governor, the member of the House of Assembly, is even of more importance to you where you live than Mr. President.
For me, I think that the governor is closer. The governorship for me is more important because that's where I live. And policies of that person will have a direct impact on lives than that of the president. Again, you find that our, let me say, youths now, a lot of them, you need to sit them down. They are just political sentiments. They don't have an understanding of the political structure.
Let me hold you
and
for
how
a
it
minute. Breaking news, the final results from Akwa Ibom State is just about to be announced. We're taking you now to the State Collation Center for live feeds from there.
12058. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Tony, Collation Officer. Any calculation?
Yes, sir.
Can we hear it?
Should I total?
Yes. How many units?
Yeah. We had 5 units.
Okay, in one ward or across?
No, different.
Okay, let's hear them.
See, number of polling units affected 14. The total number of registered voters were 3848.
In those
units.
Okay.
Then we had total number of PVC collected 3627.
Okay.
3627.
Okay. Secretary, can you take on from him and the office? 5 words. 5 words.
5 words.
Okay. Thank you very much. If no comment, you can soon submit the result, please. Come and submit the result, please. Huh? Okay. Where is the original? Go ahead, my brother.
All right, good evening, sir.
Yes.
My name is Echendu Ihedogido, Action Democratic Party, ADP.
ADP?
Action Democratic Party, ADP. I just want to reiterate the fact that what happened in Bonny, or this Omoma right, is the same thing that happened in the previous one. There are cancellations of 5 ROAs, yet the total votes are tallying. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we have over 3,000 something votes. How come we are tallying the same figure? Thank you very much.
You may want to go and do your mathematics again, please. Okay, thank you.
Cannot be the same thing. That is it.
Thank you very much, Prof. Doc, you can go. Okrika local government area. Okrika.
Audience in the house, please.
Agents of the party, members of the press, will come to the end of the coalition. And first of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Professor Emmanuel Mnakwa Adigio, Vice Chancellor, Nigerian Maritime University, Okerenkoko in Delta State. I want to present the collated results from the collation booklet. We have 31 local governments that submitted the collation for our collation here. And the total number of registered voters are 235,7418. 235,7418. Number of accredited voters, 657,959. $657,959. The following are the voters for each party. Party A, the total vote is 437 votes. 437 votes. Party AA, 181. 181. Party AAC, 393. 393. Party ADC, 1685. 1685. Party ADP, 642. 642. 121. Party BP, 141. 141. Party LP, 4348. Party PRP, 288. 288. Party SDP, 442. 442. Party YPP, 136262. 136262. Party ZLP, 728. 728. The total valid votes, 644,080. 644,080. Rejected votes, 12342. 12342. Total votes cast, 656,422. Signed by Professor Emmanuel M. Adigio. Thank you. So, this is the come the party agent, please come out of time.
Please, the party agents, come forward and sign so we can proceed.
The normal rituals about the result collation. Sir, I am not in consent with whatsoever has been done, because there are pockets of, not pockets, mass destruction of electoral materials, and the result has been collected and submitted, which should call for cancellation. So I am not in consent with it. My name is Honorable Beribebo, the agent for APC, Akwa Ibom State.
All right, after that, the next party in line is going to be ABGA to sign the election result.
Don't sign under it.
Okay, after the ABGA is going to be party APM. The agents for party APM, can you get ready? APM. Party APP, get ready to sign the results after this. APP, please come forward. Still on that progression, the next is going to be Party PP. Party PP next in line to sign the result. Please can Party BP come forward? Please can I have the party agent for Labour Party get ready, LP? Labour Party, please come forward. All right, after the Labour Party is going to be NNPP. After the Labour Party is going to be NNPP. Can you step forward? Party NRM. Stand by. NRM.
At this moment, can we begin to worship the Lord? Can we exalt the name of the Lord tonight? Can we give him all the worship that is due to his name? The Bible says, worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive all glory, all honor, all power, all praise. He was slain to receive these things